By selling your vote, you're selling no school, no hospital, no job. You're selling away your future.
Yeah, Anambra election, see credible election. Then give them gala and coke and 3,000 naira. Nobody fights. Hunger day.
013 people are voting and the result sheet is somewhere else and they are completing the result sheets there and computing the results. This is Ehiala.
Journalist Ireti Bakari Yusuf anchored a special edition of Borderlines examining the contentious issues of insecurity, allegations of Christian genocide in Nigeria, and the Trump administration's threat to the Nigerian state.
All right, guys, welcome back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you'll be watching this particular video. Don't forget to pay attention, watch this video from the beginning to the end, smash the like button, and also, very importantly, share your opinion in the comment section. So, the just concluded election in Anambra State has been described as catastrophic by His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, the former presidential candidate of Labour Party. We know him, he's a very popular man. I go play the video, make una see wetin him talk. So, the Anambra State by-election that was just concluded, we saw a lot of mess. In fact, it was a testing ground for the present INEC chairman, Professor Amokri, whatever is being called, you understand? And the man did not do anything different from what the other man did, Jacob Mahmoud did. See, 2027 general election is fast approaching it, and it is very, very worrisome. Peter will be, he came out and he gave some statements regarding the outcome of the election where, according to him, in fact, imagine if politicians bought your vote, you sold your vote for 40,000 naira. What do you think you're doing? You're selling yourself into poverty, selling yourself into into difficulties, lack of road, lack of infrastructural development, lack of healthcare centers, and all of that. This is what Peter Obi described it as. According to him, he's ready to actually support whoever comes out as a winner, stating that whoever comes out, he believes is going to do well. But with the way the election was conducted, it is nothing less than a total mess. In fact, Anambra State, is a place where we did not expect that votes could be bought with as low as 500 to 3,000 naira. Now, what does this really entail for Nigeria? It simply means that the rate of hunger and hardship in Nigeria is becoming too much, to the point that the Easterners that we know that it is very, very difficult to actually buy their vote is now selling their votes at the rate of peanuts. This is very, very worrisome. Now, still on this issue of Christian genocide in Nigeria, of course, the issue is already gaining international recognition. Trump has released a statement regarding that, stating that he's going to invade the strategic locations that the bandits are steadily buying Christians in Nigeria. But then, a northern Reverend Father and some other pastors in the north came out to actually make it, stressing the point that Christians has been actually clear that there is actually an agenda to exterminate Christians in Nigeria, especially beginning from the north, where we have seen massive, killings of Christians in the north. And recently, we have seen hundreds of them. According to the pastor, he said he has buried over 2,000 people in one day. And following that same week, over 300 people were also massacred. This is Nigeria we are living in. It be like say that part of that side be like say follow for the map of Nigeria, because it seems the government has actually abandoned the people over there, or peradventure the government is in support of what is going on as regard to Christian genocide in Nigeria. First of all, I would like you guys to actually take a look at this video of Peter Obi talking about the election, because it is very, very important. Because if the government must function well, then the means through which we choose our leader must be just. Our leaders must come in clean. They must not come in through the back door. If not, we'll continue repeating the secular error we have been going through all this while. Now, take a look at the video. Don't forget to share this video, smash the like button, and also, very important, your opinion is very, very vital. Watch the video, guys, and I'll be back.
Vote buying on a scale of 20, 30,000, 15,000. The question I ask, for a young person who is unemployed, if he says his vote for 30,000, what is he going to be paid next month when there's no vote? By selling your vote, you're selling no school, no hospital, no job. You're selling away your future. And that is what is very worrisome. Other countries, even West African countries that are close us, we have observed the election. I didn't see this happening. So for you people who are journalists, you must cooperate. This must be stopped.
Your Excellency, you are not on the ballot in this election, but we know you belong to the Labour Party. We want to ask you what you think are the expectations of this election, especially as it has to do with your candidate, Dr. George Mohammed.
Well, for me, yes, you're right. I'm a member of the Labour Party, and I support the Labour Party candidate. But quite frankly, everybody that is involved with this election is my brothers, my sisters, and everything. I'm not in ballot. I've been governor 13 years ago, so I'm not in this. I'm strictly in Champions League of Nigerian politics and contesting to be president of Nigeria. So for people who are in first division are wasting well, and I'm sure they will do very well. Whoever wins, let him serve the people. Nigeria needs service now. We need to pull our people out of poverty.
All right, that was Peter Obi speaking, like you saw. Yes, he made a lot of points too. He made a lot of points. I wouldn't want to actually waste your time by going into that because already you've actually heard what he said. Now, I'm going to be showing you some strategies, some video clips of where these people were being shared mineral, malt, gala, and 500 naira to vote. This is Apuga buying votes in Anambra State, and they went on to actually celebrate their victory. Of course, we saw the wife of the late big man himself, or what is his name? I don't want to talk about. I think I shouldn't mention his name because I'm sure you guys name just Ojukwu. Yes, you know, with the Biafran leader then from the story now. Yes, also came out and was celebrating with Soludo. Of course, she's a member of the Apuga. You get, so probably that is why she's celebrating, and according to her, in honor of her husband. It is that win was actually massive for them to continue the legacy of Ojukwu. Now let me allow you guys to take a look at the video, but first of all, I'll play the video of Fayose, who critically condemned that action. He made it clear that it is only in the north that votes were bought for as low and as cheap as 500 to 3,000 naira, but this same issue happening in the east simply means that there's no any part of this country that hunger has not reached. See, let nobody deceive you that we will still survive. The fact is that how long will you continue surviving? It is high time all of us come out and begin to agitate for the betterment of the country. If not, we'll continue living in a mess. Now take a look at the video. Stay tuned because the most important and the most interesting part of this video I am bringing you guys is on the last clip. We're going to be discussing about this Christian genocide. I want you guys to actually pay attention and also contribute your opinion. What do you think? The massacre of Christians, the burning of churches in Nigeria, is it not Christian genocide? Is this act not targeted? Now, if you check the ratio of Christians that are being killed and the ratio of the mosques that are being destroyed to churches, then you will agree with me that this is nothing but pure genocide in action. The plan and purpose for them to actually exterminate Christianity in Nigeria, which they are carrying out little by little. I made a video in my previous video, the video before this particular one, where I actually brought to your notice the statement released by Elrufai himself, Nasiru Elrufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, who was also one time minister of FCT. Now, he made it clear with his mouth that the agenda of the APC was not, the Muslim ticket was not for any political issue. It was not for politics alone. It was just a way to actually silence the voice of the Christians, stating that he betrayed the Christians in Nigeria. I don't want to go into that. If you want to watch that video, go back to the video before this particular video and you will see that. Take a look at the video first of all and I'll be right back.
Yeah, Anambra election. free and fair, credible election. See credible election. Then give them gala and coke and 3,000 naira. Nobody fights. Hunger day. Hunger day. Where? See them. In the Anambra, I thought you people are even more educated. In the next 30 years, you see states from southwest, south, southeast, they will be like Alumanjiri. Now, like this Alumanjiri started. Now, like this is start. But they didn't curb it for years. That is why Alumanjiri is not a problem. When you are reinforcing government by selling your votes, they watch. See Anambra election. They watch them. In the Anambra, you know, try you. Now don't finish the gala. I'm sure many of you don't go poo. Now don't drink coke. Poverty. They don't finish us for Africa. See our people. 3K gala. I don't announce. This time no be. They know they do ballot snatching anymore. If they see them, Nigeria don't finish. I no believe say Alambra people say if he said their vote, but the hunger we dey now since this government, since they enter, it don't touch Igbo land. They see, and they take gala and coke and 3,000. They see them, and they vote. Everybody is happy. How many days gala go last for your stomach? How many days you go take spend the 3K? Our people are gone. Hey, the Yatiton. Anyway, congrats, Mr. Soludo, on your brand new purchased victory. God bless Nigeria. Make we continue, okay?
Who is in charge here? Okay, I want to climb up. Stop everything now. Wait. Stop. Stop everything. Hey, Biko, Tolu. Do you have your result sheet? Why? So they are writing the result somewhere and we are voting here. No, that is not proper. Why are the result sheets not here? What is the polling unit here? What is the 013? People are voting and the result sheet is somewhere else and they are completing the result sheets there and computing the results. This is Ehiala. Amamo, what A? In Juniorate, the same thing is happening and she is in charge. She's the APO. No result sheets here and people are voting. This criminality must stop. Yes. So this exercise now is nonsense. The result sheet is somewhere and they are writing the results and you people are standing in the sun. You here now. Result sheet on them now they there. What are result sheet not here? What are result sheet not here? Hold on. Turn, come on. Hold on.
We go with our result sheet.
Why is the result sheet?
When we are going, I searched my bag and the person that wanted to do it. I did not see the result. I asked the SPO, he said that we should go, that he will bring it.
What's the name of the SPO?
I don't even know his name.
Is the SPO attached to this unit?
Yeah, he said he's coming, but we have not seen him.
He's coming.
Alright, my people, welcome back again. So now, on the next slide, I will be taking you guys. I believe you saw that video of Fayose and the next video where they were actually sharing the mods. And for the fact, there is another video that was trending which followed after that particular video, where this particular guy, I think that should be a Labour Party guy or ADC candidate, went from word to word and discovered that there were no ballot papers, which means they were writing the results somewhere. This is Nigeria for you. Nothing is impossible in this country. See, the fact that our people are enabling these politicians to continue looting and extorting us is what pains me the most, because we Nigerians have a hand in what is happening to us. And until we become tired and fed up of what is going on, and until we desire change, real change, not be the one way APC promise us, until we desire the real change, we'll continue wallowing in pain and in poverty. Now, straight to the next video that is already circulating all over the place. See, the fact is that our government has no effort, are not making any effort entirely in curbing this issue of banditry. Now, a bandit came out a couple of days ago. I think that was even yesterday. He came out on a television with a mic and made it publicly clear that the government is the reason why they are crying Nigerians. That Nigerians should stop crying and lamenting and calling them. That it is not their fault. That the government are the one that actually pays them to do what they are doing. That if they don't want more killings, they should hold the government accountable. What does this mean? Nigeria has also refused to publish the names of these bandits and those supporting banditry in Nigeria. Now, these names were released by Dubai. Some of these elites in Dubai and America also released their names. And also America gave strategic locations where these bandits were actually hiding, and asked the then president of Nigeria, in the person of Buhari, to take action, decisive action, to neutralize these people. But he refused and went into repentant Boko Haram, converting some Boko Haram into the Nigerian army that has polluted the system and made it almost incurable. Over 2,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria as of 2002. Now, what happened? Now, there was a statistic released by Elrufai. Elrufai stated that over 700 and something thousand Nigerians are missing. What does that tell? Most of them are Christians. That is facts. Now, look at the issue of kidnapping and banditry in Edo State. Almost every blessed day, people are being kidnapped on the road. See, it is alarming. The fact that Nigerians are afraid of traveling by road at the moment is something that we need to begin to talk about, because this December, they will even kidnap much more than you can think or even imagine. Now, I want you to take a look at this video, because Oseni Rufai has something to say. According to Oseni Rufai, he was of the opinion that this issue of Christian-Muslim clash could be a way of dividing us religiously and otherwise. Now, according to him, they are trying to make sure that we do not have this cooperation as regard to our unity and as regard to having this one opinion in 2027 general election. What do you guys think? Could it be that this is what it is all about? They are trying to divide us politically and religiously, to ensure that we never come united to fight the issue that is going on in Nigeria. First of all, take a look at the video and stay tuned, because we still have a lot of things to discuss after this particular clip.
Journalist Ireti Bakare Yusuf anchored a special edition of Borderlines examining the contentious issues of insecurity, allegations of Christian genocide in Nigeria, and the Trump administration's threat to the Nigerian state. The program featured security consultant Dr. Kabiru Adamu, who provided data-driven analysis presenting statistics on terrorist killings in Nigeria, broken down by religious affiliation, offering empirical context to claims and counterclaims about the nature of violence in the country. The program also featured testimony from Reverend Joseph John Hayab, chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State Chapter. Reverend Hayab shared harrowing personal testimony, revealing he had buried almost 2,000 people in Kaduna in the past, with over 300 more deaths following the 2002 Miss World riots. He expressed frustration on how attacks on Christians, including burned churches, killed pastors, and wiped out families, are routinely dismissed as mere communal clashes rather than targeted religious violence. Let's take a look.
I'm speaking as the pastor who buried the almost 2,000 people in 2000 in Kaduna. Quote me, my name is Reverend Hayab. I'm speaking as the pastor who also did the mass burial of the over 300 people of the Miss World Beauty Pageant on the 23rd of November 2002. I'm also the pastor who came out publicly to denounce the Danish cartoon in 2006, but it later leads to the death of Christians in Maiduguri and death of Christians in Bauchi. So I have been around and I think I know this story. Listening, we are coining it into the politics of America as if we are not in Nigeria. Sincerely speaking, there has been killings of Christians in northern Nigeria before even the advent of Boko Haram. I was in Kano. I just left Kano with 1 week, and the killing of the visit of Yabonke happened. People were caught. You know, it's a different thing that you are shot to death. It's something else that you are caught to pieces, caught by the neck, caught hard to death. I saw these cops. I had to run back. My pastor asked me, why did you come back? I said, no, I just left for Kaduna 1 week, and then I heard what happened to my people in places in Kano. I just came back. I was the pastor who first came out to condemn the Danish cartoon because I knew what was going to follow. But despite that effort, Christians were killed in Maiduguri. In Maiduguri in 2009, when Boko Haram started, they were never attacking Muslims. They actually went for the church because they said we are infidel.
Meanwhile, armed bandits in Katsina State have made stunning allegations claiming the Nigerian government orchestrated their criminal activities and only now decided to call for peace during a peace meeting between Batagwawa and Karachi communities held on Saturday. One of the bandits declared they have stopped attacks following government intervention. The bandit spokesperson stated in a now viral video, and I quote, "It was the government that wanted us to engage in banditry, but now it has called us and told us to stop." He alleged that despite 2 months of attempts to initiate peace talks, authorities only located them when they genuinely decided to engage. The armed group insisted that peaceful coexistence depends entirely on Nigerian leaders, stating, "If you want to cry, don't cry with us, the terrorists, but cry with your government, for they are the ones who made us do what we have been doing." I mean, this is really, really alarming, Rufai. The allegations raise serious questions about the relationship between criminal networks and state actors, echoing long-standing suspicions about complicity in Nigeria's worsening insecurity. Rufai, your thoughts, and also I'd like your thoughts on the two stories as well, just to put them all together before we take this one.
Real quickly, see, Oji, in a country where bandits can pick up a mic and say this in a public space, when did they say this? What has been the reaction of the government to it? You see, that's why I said a lot of the problems our government can solve if we are ready. And this attempt to make it be about Christians and Muslims is never true. My Muslim brothers, my Christian brothers, we are all one, united. Our adversaries are those that are using insecurity to hurt all of us. Let's not fall to their propaganda. Christians, Muslims, can't you see they've started again? They've started using our heads to knock each other. Christians, Muslims, can't you see that they're not talking about the killings of all of us as Nigerians? They are talking about us against each other. Christians, Muslims, we need to be united. Just like we all prayed together and we stood united during EndSARS. We serve one God, the living God. Do not allow these actors to pit Christians against Muslims. Our adversary is the insecurity. I'm happy that Reverend Ayab is speaking up against this. So, during the data, although because I'm not seeing the primary data that Beacon Security had, but doesn't his data even justify the allegations of genocide? Mm-hmm. Genocide, when you go back to Lepkin's definition of genocide, it talks about intent to clear out the cultural antecedents, physical assault and brutality. Mm-hmm. Over 100 churches. Doesn't it talk about it? And so when government was saying 81% reduction, but Beacon Security is saying there's been an increase. World Terrorism Index is saying Nigeria is now number 6 from the position of number 8 it was in 2023. Isn't it time for us to look inward? So government, this is at your doorstep. terror bandits are now saying that you are the ones using them. And we've also seen allegations against government officials. We've also seen government officials do photo op with bandits.
Right.
We've also had government officials be mentioned. Government, if you love this country, release the list of the terrorist financiers that was released in Dubai.
All right.
And let justice and the killing end.
Now, these are the statistics that they can lay their hands on. Note that some of these things are not even correct, like they don't have the correct scores of people who are spied. If you look at Benue, I think about June or so, over 200 people were slaughtered in their sleep. You understand? Now, I think it was about 250 or thereabouts. You understand? Now, this is just one state, one community, for instance, and their foodstuff, everything were burnt. Note, Benue State used to be the food basket of the nation, but at the moment, they can't even feed a local government because of the rate of banditry that is going on. Fulani herdsmen are buying them on daily basis. They have denied them access to their farmlands. They have even burnt the one they were able to even plant, making it impossible for Benue that could feed the entire nation to even produce what they themselves can feed on. Now, this has also contributed, to the bad economy that we are all facing today, because Benue normally produce enough rice, yams, maize, cassava, and the rest of other food that you can think of. They were good in farm, in terms of food production. They were actually very, very good. But all of a sudden, because of banditry, because of Fulani herdsmen that the government has refused to declare as terrorists. Now, the issue is, why are they actually not declaring Fulani herdsmen as terrorists? Why they have declared IPOB terrorists? Does that actually speak volume? Now, this is to tell you that there's issue of double standard in government. We need to begin to talk about that. Why is it that some specific regions are given more of a rights? They have more rights, more liberty to do some certain things. I don't know if I'm using the right word. Now, they have this, they have protection much more than other regions have. The Fulanis, can come out and buy people. And there was even a time, oh God, this country is actually a total mess. There's a senator from the north who came out to say that cows is also a citizen of Nigeria. Is cow, when the cow become a human being, this is to tell you that these people actually, there's been some issues, that some news that we hear that they use cows and goats and what have you to actually tomperate during election. You understand? This is why they are fighting electoral, electronic means of vote transmission. They are fighting it and they don't want it to hold, because they know that they rig election massively. Not like the northern has more population or much more than any other region like that, but because of this issue of using different means to rig election, conducting census differently in the name of trying to actually favor them. Let me